Hey, I'm Joe.
And I'm Zach. We're from the band Rise Against, and this is What's in My Bag. I got Swami John Reese. John Reese from Rocket from the Crypt, and Drive Like Jehu, and Hot Snakes, and he did a record with the Blind Shake. Blind Shake in and of themselves is an amazing band. They're on Goner Records. Check them out. And it's modern surf classics, so it's a real cool, interesting take on like old garagey surf, and it's just awesome.
This record was one of my favorite records growing up, and it's one of the reasons why I started playing bass. I would play along with this record for hours in my bedroom. I saw them play once with this lineup, because this is probably like late 80s lineup. It just blew my mind. Special place, in my heart for this particular record, because it's a live record. And I actually prefer the versions on this record to the recorded versions of the songs. There's like an energy behind it that they captured, out live. The bass tone, I still try to model my bass tone after Craig's bass tone after all these years.
The Wipers box set. Wipers were like early punk rock band from Portland, 3 records. And I have this, I bought this thing like maybe 3 times, and I don't know where I keep putting it. If we're on tour, you just lose it, so I've definitively gotten it this time. So
it's funny because I have 3 copies of that record.
Yeah, you have, very do.
I have a band called Agent Orange, their first record. And I used to skateboard to this record every day in front of my mom's house. And it just meant a lot to me, great SoCal punk rock, and it still holds up to this day.
It's not a movement, it's just another fad, like a cry for help in a world gone mad.
Marked Men. This is a band from Denton, Texas. I'm from Dallas, Texas, so we kind of came up in the same area, same scenes. They had a band called The Reds before they were Marked Men. They split it off into a band called Radioactivity, the Mind Spiders, High Tension Wires, a bunch of bands, but this was the last Marked Men record, and I think it's my favorite.
Living in Chicago, I was exposed to East Coast, like hardcore, SoCal, pop punk, punk rock, skate rock, whatever you want to call it. This is like the first releases on Dischord Records. Government Issue, Youth Brigade. I mean, obviously Henry Rollins' first band, SOA, like changed my life.
Never know, never show, not a book you can remake.
These influences carry over into Rise Against to this day. Just that energy behind it, that grit,
I had both these.
So good for the thrifty shopper. Get into it.
I got the Stranglers, The Raven. This is what heroin sounds like, I think. And they admitted that they, as a band, they just got on heroin. There was an experiment, and 2 of them got off and 2 of them did not. But this record is amazing. Again, insane bass tone. This was probably the all-time killer distorted bass guitar tone with this guy, J.J. Burnell. I was looking for another Stranglers record called Black and White, which go get that if you see it as well, but pick up The Raven. It's amazing.
This is important. So I'm a coffee nerd.
Yeah.
And I want to wake up thinking of one of my favorite bands every morning drinking my coffee. So I had to get this, Ramones mug. That's really all I can say about it.
No, it's great.
Put your coffee in there, you drink it.
Wait a minute. Back up.
For your coffee.
Oh, the Spits. Another great, just punk rock band. They did an awesome split with No Effects. They're one of those prolific bands where if you get into the Spits, you don't really ever know that you have all their stuff or not, and you keep seeing things. So I just saw this over there. I try to get Spit stuff whenever I see it. This one's on In the Red, and it's a great label, and it's a great band.
Well, I'm a sucker for 80s pop, and this
too.
is one of my favorite records ever. Just the melodies on this record are pure genius. So I encourage everyone out there to support the Go-Go's
Yeah.
and get all of their records, really.
Absolutely.
And Belinda Carlisle was the first drummer of the Germs.
It's true.
We got the beat, we got the beat, we got the beat. Yeah, we got it.
This is Radioactivity. This just came out on Dirt Nap Records, great label out of Portland. It's called Silent Kill. I can't stop listen to it every day. It's a guy named Jeff Burke, another guy named Mark Lyon. They were both in Marked Men. Jeff is the predominant singer-writer for this band. Kind of sound like a sped up, even faster Ramones, but with really complex, awesome, great melodies, just great songwriting.
This is one of my favorite Elvis Costello records. This is a great, great driving record. Whenever I'm on a long road trip, I put this on. I mean, it's really moody and you kind of have to be in the right frame of mind for it, but it's really dark. And the song, I Want You, it's just, I mean, it's one of the best songs ever written.
I want you. The truth can't hurt you. It's just like the dark. It scares you witless, but in time you see things clear and stark.
But Elvis Costello is one of my favorite songwriters. Him and probably Brett Gurewitz from Bad Religion. And they both have glasses, which I
true.
think is this theme.
That could be the thing.
Yeah.
This is the Riverboat Gamblers. They're from Texas as well, which I keep plugging Texas, but this is their last record, and hopefully they have a new one coming out soon. They have a guy named Mike Wiebe that sings, and he's our generation's Iggy Pop, I will say. Just amazing. This is a great record and an amazing band. And they wear glasses as well, some of them.
To continue with the glasses wearing theme, here's a Dinosaur Jr. record.
Oh,
I mean, I grew up listening to these guys, and nobody sounds like Dinosaur Jr.
no, they really don't.
No.
And it's one of those bands that if you try to sound like Dinosaur Jr., you're like, oh, you sound like Dinosaur.
Yeah, then you can't do it.
No, never.
It's
Which
so.
one is this?
Ah,
yeah, the good one.
So I encourage everyone to buy every one of their records because there's nothing like it.
Not gonna get me through this song.
I got one more. I have the new Ty Segall record. Ty Segall, he's a kid, he's young, dude. He just is so prolific and all of it's really good. Plays drums in a band called Fuzz and does just all kinds of side projects, and it's just one of those guys that's always putting things out, tons of stuff. Cool.
Thank you so much for talking with us today.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
I learned a lot.
Oh, so did I.
Yeah.
Absolutely.